What is up, everybody? Ninja Nick here with Tactical Gaming, bringing you guys another more Pegasus video. And in this one, I'm guessing Hasan has some interesting words to talk about this most recent attempted assassination on Trump and his administration. Because I did a video just recently. Sadly, the news station that did a video on it mentioned in their little like header about the manifesto, but didn't do a video, didn't actually even talk about the manifesto. So hopefully in this we hear a little bit more because I could swoop through, but I bet more Pegasus got it. I bet his people got it, but. Make sure you guys check out more Pegasus, give him a like and a follow, and also make sure you guys go check out dummy.gg and use my code TacticalGaming90 for 10% off. Link and all of that will be in the pinned comment down below, so go check that out. Go check them out. They've been around for a good while. Zero sugar, non-generate energy supplements. Comes in the powder form. So go check them out. Let's get into this and see what Hasan's dumbass says this time. And it might get him arrested.
Welcome back to a series so Spider-Man. Even Stan Lee subscribed. In today's video, Hasan is in big trouble now after shots were fired at the White House Correspondents' Dinner. Apparently someone was trying to assassinate Trump again. Asmongold has responded, talking about how this will continue to happen as long as you don't prosecute people who are openly threatening violence.
Yes,
the shooter has been identified as a 31-year-old California teacher. Twitter is erupting in chaos, and Hasan clips are going viral left and right, particularly all of his clips inciting political violence and telling...
I bet like a lot of my clips are like just skyrocketing views now because of this stupid shit.
His fan base to murder his political opponents. Tons of people with influence are campaigning for Hasan to be arrested immediately. He has responded and is not happy. He's crashing out, crying about free speech and how he should actually not be locked up. He is very excited doing his breaking news coverage. Abysmal as always. Psycho TikTokers are going viral, crying that the assassination was unsuccessful and talking about how they want to shoot every conservative. Subscribe or you get locked up like Diddy Piker.
You're fucking bad.
Let's up
man.
Now let's begin. Right, so massive news. Apparently, there's been another shooting, this time at the White House Correspondents' Dinner. It was apparently a California teacher, Cole Allen, age 31, who presumably attempted to assassinate Trump. And basically the entirety of Twitter is jumping on Hasan now, highlighting his statements, encouraging political violence, particularly one clip where he specifically talks about assassinating Trump. So anyways, let's first check out the details of this story.
Yep, he talked about that. Not only talked about that, recently he was talking about a revolution. He was also talking about how, like, the American empire needs to fall, and how one of the best ways for that to happen is from the inside. So, I mean, he has said a lot of stuff that...
and then dive into the Twitter chaos. So here's the clip and the shooter being caught.
Yeah, and it's an average day. Everything's totally fine. Things are good. CBS lead anchor. Oh, I see.
Oh, there's the shots. There's the shots right there. There's the plates.
He doesn't even... The gunshots go up. He doesn't even blink. And the best part about it was this guy. He doesn't sit down. He just sits there and he's just eating. Look. Doesn't give a fuck, man. So this right here is the shooter. And like, honestly, fast as fuck, boy. Look at him.
Look. Yeah, he runs through that. Not a single one of those dudes.
Damn, bro, like, cosmetic security.
Like, what the fuck?
Jesus, look at that. Oh my god, he hit him with the Naruto run.
Uh-huh.
You got Sonic the Hedgehog. Look at that. Damn, bro, look at that. Woo! Honestly, all of these guys should be fucking fired. Like,
I kind of
are you
agree.
kidding me?
I kind of
Like,
agree.
how do you have a guy run by you and you're like, oh, wow, oops. Oh, geez, you're not even looking at him. They obviously did get his ass, right? Not a big surprise. And I hate to, the guy looks like E-Rob. Holy shit, guys. Holy. Like, are you kidding me? It looks like fucking E-Rob. Yeah, look at that. Like, for a second, I thought it was. I did. You can tell it's not, because E-Rob, I think, is balding on the top here, and this guy isn't. But, besides that, I thought it was him.
Right. So basically, just another day in America. Now,
Pretty
there
much.
are a bunch of people just instantly saying it's staged or false flag, just a classic anytime something like this happens. But I feel like I'd need more details for that because there's still a guy who got caught and he's probably going to get locked up for life, right?
Yeah.
So that would be a really dumb deal to agree to. Like, oh yeah, just pretend to shoot me here and then you can just go to prison for life, right? Because that's an actual thing that's happening here. So I would need like more clarification on that. Or it's a case of people like Hasan who instantly after anything, they just preemptively say it's a false flag. Like the two diplomats that got shot and Hasan was like,
I'm not Mr. False Flag at all, but like every single thing that he did in the aftermath of the shooting is so fucking crazy that it's like you could not have designed a better false flag incident like this.
So anyways, so far it seems like some radical lunatic who probably watched one too many people like Hasan Piker or someone like him. And basically the logic here is that, oh, Trump is Hitler, therefore taking him out is actually a good thing, and it somehow makes you a morally virtuous person. But the problem here is that you just can't be supporting assassinations, even if you really, really hate the person, because then society completely collapses and then all elections are pointless because the leader is just going to get assassinated when one side doesn't like them, right? Which is why when people like Hasan justify murder, this sort of stuff becomes normalized. Now, people instantly pointed out that this was a California teacher, which is very unsurprising. I mean, that place is radical as fuck, right? Any place that like sort of welcomes Hasan there or in their like universities or whatever is likely going to be going down this path. 30 years old and threw their life away, that is just not a good judgment call. Now, apparently this was like a decent guy before. He made like a prototype thing to assist wheelchairs.
So this is from 2017, okay? This is the guy that was the shooter. Here we go.
College student Cole Allen developed a prototype for a wheelchair emergency brake.
Yeah.
That's cool.
The wheelchair brakes tend to lock the wheels, but don't actually lock the chair to the ground. The idea with this is to prevent it from moving at all.
Recent Aging into the Future conference held by...
Really sad to see somebody with such a selfless idea to turn into a nutball. I think that's sad. It's genuinely sad. I mean, like, maybe it wasn't a good idea. Maybe he's a goof.
No, people like Hasan weaponize people's sympathies. They sit there and play at their heartstrings, make them feel really, really bad, to get really, really angry, to do something really, really stupid, and then they do something really stupid because they care about people so much to the point to where they do something very, 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 very stupid.
Boy, right? But like, damn, that sucks.
Yeah, I don't know what sort of like pipeline you have to go down in life, but there's basically two paths in life: the legendary series or Hasan Piker streams, and Buddy got unlucky. So then Asman talks about how certain people need to be prosecuted, and he's definitely hinting at Hasan here.
You have an entire culture of people that are...
and that's what like really irritates me about a lot of these bigger creators, because they just will tiptoe around something and not outwardly just straight out say it. Right? They just kind of beat around the bush. Dude needs to be indicted. He needs to be investigated. He needs to be arrested. And he needs to be put on trial for inciting violence. Really does. And if anything, what they should do is now use this as a means to literally denaturalize him and send him back to Turkey. Because he spent his first 18 years of his life in Turkey. So he's technically not a United States citizen. So what they should do is use that as a means to get him gone and keep him gone. Dude can sit there and do YouTube in Turkey.
advocating for, promoting, and trying to manifest political violence and terrorism, and nothing happens to these people. They're not within their First Amendment rights. They're openly advocating to kill elected members of the government. Like, what are we doing here?
Yeah,
but for some reason, we're letting this happen. So they lost the election, and Trump won the election, and now you have that happening. So whenever, like, can you imagine how much chaos it would be if after every single election, and usually our elections are like 51-49, right? Like they're very, very close. Every time they didn't get what they wanted for an election, just totally turned the board over and enacted complete chaos. Can you imagine how like you wouldn't be able to have elections, you wouldn't be able to have a country, you wouldn't be able to have any democracy, you wouldn't be able to have government. It would just be impossible. Like you couldn't do anything.
I mean, true, if you just kill people you don't like, you don't really have a democracy anymore, right? And when you don't go after people who are explicitly talking about murdering everyone, murdering their political opponents, killing like half the country, not just Trump, all like capitalists or landlords, I think you set a really bad precedent, and it makes people think that it's actually okay. And I know the instant copium coming from Hasan fans, it's free speech, you're a Nazi trying to silence free speech, and they just don't understand that free speech does not apply to actually inciting violence, right? That's like the exception. So then Asman talks about how assassinating Trump is actually way worse than letting him live because a bunch of people are just going to take his place.
What I think is very funny is that, or not funny, but ironic, is that if they ever do successfully assassinate Trump, they're going to get the exact opposite of what they want.
Yeah. They are. Gonna get worse.
They are gonna. Can you imagine what would happen if they did that? Oh my god! Oh my god!
Well, put it this way: if they were to be successful in the assassination of Donald Trump, the next person who would take over would instantly start hunting any and all dissenters and putting them in prison. Right? That would be instant number one. Instant number one. I guarantee you that. They're going to look for any and all dissenters that will be possible future assassination attempts, right? So they're just going to get them off the board and do one to two things. Literally build a new president to imprison all these people, or bring back the old school days to where you literally send these people out of the country and you keep them the fuck out of the country. So it wouldn't be a good thing, which is why like the whole thought process of trying to assassinate is a bad idea.
Speak of it, please. Well, no, I'm just being honest. Like that's that could, I mean, it could happen. Like we've had presidents shot before. It could happen. Definitely, it could happen. And again, y'all brainwashed. I mean, really? And what's going to happen? I think that they would just go absolutely fucking nuclear.
Yes.
I think J.D. Vance, you would embolden every single right wing and right wing adjacent person, and they would go absolutely fucking nuclear about those people. And they should have done this with Charlie Kirk. They should have done this with him. And they didn't, because I think the reason why the government didn't do it with Charlie Kirk, this is my opinion, is because Charlie Kirk wasn't one of them. Charlie Kirk was just like a random, political activist. He wasn't a member of the government. He wasn't a... Keep in mind, do you want to know one of the only bills that every single person inside of the Senate and the House voted to support was increased funding for the Secret Service. The moment that these people feel like things are actually on the line for them, you're going to see things change really fast. If you're not in the government, you're not in the machine, you're not one of them.
Nope.
Yeah, so this is what I don't get, because it's really like short-term thinking and emotional outrage, right? Because if you were logically thinking and you decided, okay, I want this guy and his ideology completely gone, the worst way to do that is to kill him and make him like this martyr, right? Basically, by killing him, you cement him as like a historical figure, right? And he's going to have like 50 successors who are basically just as bad or worse, right? And the worst part is that none of these bozos consider is that this gives them the perfect excuse to go 100 times harder and actually be Nazis and actually crack down down on everyone. Oh, these people are evil. They're trying to assassinate me and kill me and, kill every conservative and murder capitalist. So basically, they'll actually have an excuse to go and arrest anybody like the Gestapo, like they were talking about, in order to prevent this sort of stuff from happening, right? And they would actually be justified in that sense. So yeah, I really feel like these people need to think past step one here. Who responded, another mostly peaceful assassination attempt. No joke, CNN's initial reporting called it a disturbance, like it was a protester being loud or something. It's no coincidence he's a teacher and from California. These psychopaths are teaching our kids. Yeah, I feel like if you're sending your kids to colleges in California and shit, you have no idea what's gonna come out on the other side, right? You send them in as a logical, generally normal person, and then they come outside the college as this fucking psychopath, right? Radicalized by watching Hasan Piker streams. All their peers are Hasan Piker fans. The teachers are basically teaching revisionist history, complete propaganda. And of course, you're going to come to these conclusions. The FBI needs to focus on Discord and Reddit. It's pretty insane. Reddit should be investigated even more than Discord for all of its far left obsession with death threats against Republicans. I'll tell you who needs to be investigated. Hasan Piker fans, bro. You'll probably find at least 50 terrorists in there. If he's a teacher, imagine what he taught your kids in today's generations. Class, we're gonna have a presentation today. We will be watching my favorite streamer, Diddy Piker. Moving on to Hasan responding to the shooting, and he is giddy with excitement.
Go back to the stream now. Wait, what the Wait, they started running. Shots fired? Shots fired at the White House Correspondents' Dinner? Oh my God. Oh my God. Look. What the What happened? Okay, I'm gonna skip ahead maybe. Is that Kash Patel?
Holy Toledo.
Watch it be a negligent discharge by one of the Secret Service guys? No shot. CNN is covering it right now. We'll go live to CNN for real-time coverage. Are they covering it from the ground? This is when this is where the real journalists come out. You know what I mean? Immediately.
Then there was Secret Service running.
Jake Tapper's going to be like, I have it on good authority that it's Hasan Piker who's responsible for this. And apparently he said this one's for Israel right before he fired the warning shot. And someone should go arrest them right now, actually.
People were very upset and worried.
Hilarious as always, Hasan. You know what would make it funnier? If it was actually far-fetched. But the fact that it's actually kind of believable, a Hasan Piker fan committing a terrorist attack is actually very plausible these days, considering a guy you actually met was actually charged with something. Also, I don't know why he smiled like that. I don't know, bro is just a little too happy, I'm just gonna say. Anyways, let's just check out his chat, and keep in mind, this is a completely random screenshot, random pause that I did, okay? Right, instantly we got this guy. Why can't anyone just do it correctly? Okay, so what did you mean by this? Now, Hasan Piker fans are massive pussies, right? So they always talk in code, which gives them this plausible deniability, at least most of the time, right? So we obviously know what you mean. You mean assassinate him and actually hit the bullet and actually kill him, right? Classic Hasan Piker fans, justifying shootings and terrorism. He had to put his chat in emote-only mode because they wouldn't stop glazing the guy who just killed 2 civilians. So then a guy says that violence needs to stop, and Hasan just has the most insane reaction.
Why they would not want to let terrorism win today. But you're going to have a lot of people who are just upset and shaken because the president of this country could have been killed tonight. And this is the sort of stuff that has to stop. This is the level of violence and crazy stuff on all sides of this country is leading people to think that this is the right thing to do somehow. And I can understand why they don't want to.
Bro, what is that response? Why are you making these expressions? All the guy said is violence needs to stop, and he's like, oh my God, bro. Oh my God. This is like when that woman said, oh yeah, communism bad, and Hasan goes, oh my God, I need to stop eating. I need to stop stuffing my face because I'm a fat fuck. And instead I need to rail on this refugee woman and be the most racist piece of shit possible.
As Vietnamese refugee, we have endured suffering under the communist regime. And we believe that
Okay, fuck you, dude.
Hasan is bewildered, guys. He's taken aback that somebody would say something so radical.
Right.
That violence on not even one side, they said violence on both sides needs to stop. And Hasan goes, are you kidding me right now? Are you
Right.
fucking kidding me right now? Oh my God. All the question marks in Hasan's chat for saying the word terrorist. I mean, wow. I mean, of course, they love terrorists. Half of them are literally included, of course, in that description. So obviously they're melting down. Right, here we got a place that no man, no mere mortal should enter. The Hasan Piker comment section. Cash heard shots and ran to the bar. This is Cash Patel. Chanting USA after every public shooting does seem pretty fitting at this point. The real question, who made the most money on Polymarket over this? Oh, so his numbers are the lowest they've ever been. We're in the middle of a war. He attends after 15 years, and there's shots fired. I was born at night, but I wasn't born last night. Okay, so basically false flag, right? That's the implication here, that it's fake, it's staged. Now, I would be more inclined to believe this. I understand, there's like, okay, conspiracy theories, perfect, that's perfectly fine. But you need to give like a justifiable explanation. What about the guy who got cut? What about the guy who's going to spend his life in prison? Like, how would that work? You need to have a theory regarding him as well, that, oh, okay, he's working with Trump, right? Trump is actually funding him or something. He's providing him a luxurious life in prison or paying for his family or something like that. There needs to be a sort of deal here, right? Otherwise, this just makes no sense. Chanting USA while the country dies from the inside out is so freaking funny. Yeah, you would rather they chant D to the USA, right? Because that's what Hasan Piker fans love. Someone made a curious point. They thought it was weird that Trump was there. He hates his event. He hates the press. He decided to show up for this one. Another false flag comment. I'm sure constant assassination attempts from your own citizens can only mean great things. I mean, that is a fair comment that, okay, you're probably not well liked by a lot of people.
Well, at the same time, other assassination attempts don't happen in other countries because most other countries don't allow their citizens to have weapons. So, yeah. That, and also a lot of these other countries, if you try to assassinate the leader of that country, they're not just going to throw you in prison. No, 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 no. They're going to, like, kill your whole family and then throw you in prison. So, yeah. No. That's why America's different.
But also it puts a spotlight on the citizens as well, right? There's some fucking lunatics in there, isn't it? The writers are so lazy. Truly, this is the last season, or who cares, episode of the American soap opera. Polls were so low, they had to stage another one. So it's literally all false flags, right? Anything that happens, Hasan has tweeted this in the past before. Like any terrorist action that happens, it's a false flag set up by Israel, right? Oh my God. Our assassins are truly this country's greatest shame. Oh my God, bro. Like, really? I feel like some of these people need to be arrested, like straight up. Presidents have gone decades without gunfire. This man has been in 3 incidents in 2 years. Everything about this is sus AF. Definitely not planned. The almost instant tweet was 100% spontaneous. When I say false, you say flag. I mean, okay, now they're just admitting it, right? So there was another assassination attempt in the most heavily guarded place on the planet. He really has one trick to fix low polling numbers. I mean, again, this is like, if the bullet misses, it's staged. If it hits, oh my God, well, it's justified because he's a fascist anyways, right? Like, if the Charlie Kirk bullet missed, it's a false flag, obviously, right? I feel like it's not too far-fetched. Like, there's people literally outside chanting that they want to kill him. There's, like, signs that they want to kill him. So, like, is it really that shocking? Like, I feel like it's pretty obvious this was bound to happen, right? I look forward to 24 to 48 hours from now when we never hear about this totally real thing that definitely happened ever again. The real terrorism was the disappointment of nothing actually happening, bruh. Anyways, moving on to people going after Hasan and bringing up some interesting clips, of course. So he's going viral on Twitter. Trump rushed to safety at correspondents' dinner amid gunfire scare. And we got this headline, conservative voices pointed to old clips of Twitch streamer Hasan Piker. Okay, first off, it's not just conservative voices. Literally anyone with a brain cell is going after this guy. Ranting against landlords. Calls to kill them and let streets soak in the red capitalist blood. Right, so we got the classic stuff going viral. Hasan Piker, capitalist clip here. 3 days ago, the New York Times promoted him. People are also bringing up this clip. Hasan publicly advocating for Trump's assassination.
Yep.
This is who Democrats are campaigning with. Sick.
Yep.
We got the senator guy seeing the clip as well. Right, so most of you have seen this clip because you guys are ahead of the times. The legendary series Report Stories months before any mainstream boomer loser actually catches on, right?
And you actually wrote about this, and it was a great video where you talked about, you know, someone has to do it. See, when I say that, everyone knows exactly what I mean. That which is I think that shows
to be
that there's
assassinated.
a lot of anger, a lot of resentment, and untapped potential, untapped revolutionary potential, as a matter of fact. And it's a great opportunity for organizing, I think, in these.
Yeah, in case you guys missed this episode, basically, this is the video he's referring to. Somebody has to do it. And it's specifically talking about assassinating Trump, right? And he was also justifying how terrorist threats actually work. There's revolutionary potential among the Hasan Piker fans. He believes in you guys. He believes that you guys can actually do it. Personally, he will not be pulling the trigger, right? Because he actually has shit to lose. He'd rather have his minions do his dirty work.
Yep.
Make sure all of them get the consequences. You can attempt the assassination. You can go get life in prison. You can go steal from banks, steal from grocery stores. Hasan will order delivery, of course. And you know Hasan is just crossing his fingers, just praying to God that they don't mention him in the manifesto or whatever, right? He's praying that he constantly gets off scot-free. And even if one of these deranged lunatics does mention him, he's going to play the ultimate, like, you know, false flag. Oh my God, this is clearly a conservative, right-wing, Israel-supporting Nazi here who's trying to frame me, right? I'm predicting this is going to happen, right? Somebody's going to do something crazy. They're going to blame it on Hasan. Hasan's instantly going to say that, oh, this person is just trying to smear me, right? So there's like no way he could possibly lose according to that logic, right? People responded, anyone giving this guy a platform is complicit in the violence. This guy needs to be shut down.
I agree, and both Twitch and YouTube both should be investigated on why they're letting someone who spreads so much hate, division, racism, bigotry, and promoting terrorism on their platforms. Like, how do you allow someone like that on your platforms, Twitch and YouTube? How? How do you do this? I think you should be deliberately investigated by the government. Plain and simple.
It's time for the FBI to bring in Hasan freaking Piker for a sit down immediately. Why is Amazon platforming this terrorist? The dynamic duo. We'd be stacking traitors like firewood by now. We had a lot of anger towards Biden and his dumbass VP, but we didn't try to kill them. Advocating killing anyone is wrong. Deport this anti-American scum. Right, so we got more of these people going after Hasan. I can think of several bases on which to prosecute Hasan Piker off the top of my head, and yet nothing happens. Free speech warrior though, right? Freaking hack, bro, these fucking Hasan fans. I wrote a number one bestseller arguing against free speech absolutism. Yeah, I mean, like, obviously there needs to be exceptions, right? Hasan responds, shut your bitch ass up. Great logical response here. Great one. Hasan fans eating this up. I'll be ready to spit in your face when you do a perp walk. Bro, imagine the Hasan Piker mugshot. You think they'll give him like shoulder pads for his fucking pictures? We got Hasan's favorite person here.
Yeah.
How come Hasan Piker isn't in jail? Because we live in the United States of America and not Israel, you demon. Bro, like, where did Israel come from? What? All of a sudden, he loves the USA. Schrodinger's patriot.
Even though he wants
Last I checked, United States was for Americans, which you are anything but, you dog-shocking commie prick. According to you, the United States is run by Israel. That's a good point. Right, so he's just beefing with, like, everybody here. We got this person. Is this a good time to mention that the Democrats' new darling, Hasan Piker, said that he wanted the blood of his political opponents to run in the streets and recently justified the murder of an innocent father because he ran a health insurance company? Okay, let's not just say he's an innocent father. Bro is pretty evil, let's be honest, but like probably didn't deserve to get assassinated. Hasan goes, we don't even have details of what happened yet, and these MFs are already using this opportunity to try and blame me. The president uses the most violent rhetoric ever known to man. Perhaps that's why it's usually his own supporters trying to shoot at him. Okay, so again,
How does the president have the most violent rhetoric when he's not sitting there saying that, we need to, kill people and do this and that and all this other kind of shit? Now, granted, when he told the press that he was going to wipe the Iranian government off the map, he's talking about the government, not the people.
Saying that this was a Trump supporter. The California teacher, Trump supporter, is going to shoot Trump. I mean, I'm sorry, this logic is the most brain dead shit. They tried the same thing with the Charlie Kirk shooter of oh yeah, this is totally like a MAGA person, and it was like a trans boyfriend. I mean, you gotta be honest with these stories at least, right? Also, hilarious for Hasan to go most violent rhetoric known to man. I've never heard of more violent rhetoric than murder these motherflippers.
Yes.
That's probably the most violent, bro. And you're talking about all capitalists and landlords. That's like most of the world, man.
That includes
Who
his
responded, you need to deeply reflect on your violent rhetoric, Hasan. There are many mentally ill people in the world, and you are inspiring them. True.
Yep.
I know, look at you. You're just an innocent communist out calling for the blood of your political opponents to run in the street. Why would anyone be looking at you right now? Yes, because you constantly tell your followers to murder people you don't like. You should be in freaking prison, in which you'd last 5 seconds. You're a domestic terrorist.
Yes.
This you. Yes, Hasan, you are the real victim. All you did was call Republicans the world's biggest terrorists and push for blood in our streets. Poor thing. Hasan Porker doesn't like all this negative attention. He is shocking Kaya so much after this, goddamn.
That poor dog.
Right, it keeps going. This guy's a terrorist radical and needs to be brought to justice. This isn't free speech, it's terrorism propaganda. American ISIS. Okay,
Yeah.
we're getting a bit crazy here, but I find it hilarious that everybody is just jumping on this guy now. Something happened to where everybody's catching on. I don't know. We got this guy here 65 times. Hasan Piker endorsed political violence and terrorism, and it's a 20-minute long video compilation. Are you fucking kidding me? Okay, we're not gonna be watching 20 minutes here. Just some random highlights here. Let's go.
Every type of armed resistance against both the settlers and also the Israeli occupying force in the West Bank. Doesn't matter if it's your favorite podcasters Wife that participate in these raids. The violence that the Palestinians
literally talk about
engage
Ethan Klein's wife
in an act of resistance against this illegal occupying force is literally legal, definitionally legal. You need to be gutting them.
Oh, hey,
you need to be shanking these motherfuckers and letting their intestines just ride on stage. I think this is just a one dude who is genuine in his actions and maybe a little bit brain broken. Regardless of your background, any kind of fucking Zionist tendency should be treated in the same way as being a fucking rabid neo-Nazi. And you shouldn't even let someone be the fucking local dog catcher as Felix was posting if they've ever exhibited any sort of positive feelings about the state of Israel. Doesn't matter if fucking rapes happen on October 7th. That doesn't change the dynamic for me even this much. No, I understand. And there are baby settlers as well. But there are baby settlers as well. There are babies in the settlements.
Hi, thank you for being here. Thank you for remembering we need to bring the hostages home. Of course. The rise of anti-Semitism and violence.
And they love walking over.
They love
walking over the American flag and the Israeli flag side by side. They will always march on it. I'm surprised they haven't done it yet. It's literally talking to fucking Anne Frank, basically. Okay, being able to talk to Anne Frank.
Innocent victim in all this, that he was just doing his job, going about his day, and his business got ransacked there. But from where we are here, it does that the officers are.
You don't care about nothing and nobody.
I fucking despise local media, dude. What role they play in the boomer reactionary pipeline?
The fuck?
Local media talking about $3 worth of fucking Doritos.
That's not what got stolen.
There was a bank run. Bad empanada went from bad empanada to based empanada. Very well sourced, very reasonable YouTube essay arguments. Okay, Bad Empanada, on the other hand, as far as his insightful commentary goes, is one of the best.
1,200 people are massacred.
63.
Many young people who were simply
the 20-minute long video of his horrible takes.
Women were horribly raped.
63 reasons. 64
and their
reasons why this dude
in the
needs to
Red
be put
Sea
in
is a
jail
perfectly
and take it
moral
off the
action.
internet. At least 65 reasons why he needs to be taken off the
fucking
internet.
Hamas do? What are you talking about?
Classic Diddy Piker. Another compilation of his greatest hits. I love how everyone is realizing bit by bit how unhinged Hasan is. We have all these legit politicians, everyone just now up in arms about Hasan, trying to get him locked up, trying to get him deported. And that's a colossal doublet, okay? Every day he gets closer to that prison cell, and it's wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. I'm like that commentator after Messi scores a goal. Moving on to another Diddy Piker crash out. Basically, somebody said Hasan Piker was literally a fat little rich kid with a pony. He said fat, he's gonna get triggered. Now he makes a fortune selling Eat the Rich to Nepo commie kids. Lamau. Hasan responds, broke mother flippers would rather neck themselves than hear anybody say a better future is possible. Oh my God, there is so much wrong with this fucking tweet. First off, why are you as a socialist for the working class using broke as an insult? Using poor people as an insult? Don't you fight for the poor people, man? Oh wait, you're a multimillionaire in your fucking Hollywood mansion. Second off, you are not advocating for a better future. Every single thing that you advocate for is the worst thing ever. You have a complete
Dude, literally, like this, I'll call him a genius for this. He gets these dumb people to think that he actually cares about broke, poor, downtrodden people, right? He gets them to make them feel good about themselves and feel like he cares. And then he tricks them enough to where they send him money, they give him a good, comfy lifestyle, on top of also believing and doing the stupid shit that he actually wants them to do. He's a genius for that. I'll give him that.
Defeatist, resigned attitude. You want the government to come save you. You inspire this mindset of complete helplessness. That's how you control your cult, right? You want to make sure they have no agency whatsoever, and they believe they cannot impact their lives at all unless they do some form of fucking political revolution and beg from the government. It's easy to hate the rich, but do you have the courage to hate the poor? I do. The Streamer Awards, lovely picture. There he is. The chubby little prince steps forward to lead a sheep to a communist utopia. Good job, comrade. Don't call Hasan chubby or fat or large or overweight. Don't do it. Worst mistake of my life.
You gotta get some workouts in, man. You eat more than Austin Peas. Who
there
the
you go.
Do you think you are, bitch? Suck my fucking cock.
You have to go back. That's not even a coherent response to the original post. Does Rigard actually think he has a solution for a better future because he says eat the rich while being rich? How do you do, fellow people? Gucci bags. Who responded, I think we should redistribute your wealth specifically. My favorite part is socialism using poor as an insult. The system is rigged against you and exploiting your labor. You fucking broke loser. The better future. He makes me speak Chinese.
放我走，他们非要我看。
Right, so a bunch of people on TikTok are melting down that the assassination failed. This is basically a trend on TikTok every time now. I mean, I guess it's better than the celebrations of the Charlie Kirk death, but like, it's still pretty disturbing.
This close to being the best day ever.
Also, the person that at Trump at his rally was exercising that right that all those Republicans were fighting for. So
what, to shoot a random firefighter? I forgot. That's in the Bill of Rights. This is in the Second Amendment. It says you have the right to shoot random firefighters at a political rally.
It's coming. We're all going to wake up one morning and roll over and grab our phones, and that fucking headline's going to be right there.
If I see any one of you and I have a loaded shotgun, I'm putting it between your eyes. It starts with Trump first, obviously, and then it goes down the line of power. So if any of you guys are coming across my path and I happen to see you, it will be your last.
So this is the thing,
God,
is that why are people like this? Why are they not getting arrested? When one or two people start saying this, more people start saying it because they think it's okay. And then you have everybody saying it, and now you have a huge problem.
Yeah, I think if you're openly threatening to shoot people you disagree with, you probably need to be arrested. This is not like a civilized thing to say. You can't just say, I'm gonna shoot half the country on sight. That is insane. The fact that this is not grounds for arrest it's such a joke. Like, it's no wonder that you guys have so much violence in America, because These people are announcing it, and you're not doing anything about it, right?
Yeah.
Arrest them, lock them up with Diddy Pica.
God damn it, they missed again. Who doing the fucking shoot?
Pulling the trigger
unless you fucking have the shot.
This whole active shooter thing in the White House Correspondents' Dinner has got to be a setup. Somebody sat back and planned this for months and didn't get a single person. You thought about this for how long and didn't hit a single person and then got apprehended?
Because he's stupid.
Time.
How much do you want to believe that this girl believes in horoscopes?
Like, for those of us who have awoken and opened our eyes and actually understand.
I told you. That's crazy. 2 minutes.
Because I know this shit is staged. I know it is.
You know it's staged. I know it's staged because it didn't work. Again, this is the leftist Schrodinger's assassin. If it works, he deserved it. If it doesn't work, it was staged.
Yeah, I mean, I really do find it insane the amount of people that's saying it's completely staged. And I get the logic of, oh, your poll numbers are low, so you want to quickly boost the numbers. But there is no explanation. There is no, like, a legit theory behind this, right? Because nobody's going to take a prison sentence for life as a 30-year-old, right, for this, right? Also, the previous assassination attempt, you saw the bullet, you saw the bleeding, and it was going to kill him if it was off course by a little. That was obviously not staged. The Charlie Kirk shooting was obviously real, considering the guy fucking died, right? So why is it so far-fetched that they would do it again, right? People responded to Who Let the Hogs Out. Never thought I'd see demons summoning ghosts. Do they know that John Wilkes would hate their guts? Same ones that cheered the murder of Charlie Kirk monsters.
Yep.
We aren't even sending our best. I think they are. When are FBI going to start arresting these people calling for murder?
Yes.
Free speech, guys. They're excited at attempted murder. Take that.
The funny thing is, like, people, like, getting that free speech shit so mixed up and so wrong. Like, yeah, we're allowed to basically say what we want for the most part, but at the same time, you can't sit there and scream fire in a crowded building. You can't scream bomb on a plane. There's certain things that you can't do. Anything that is going to incite fear or violence without justification, such as if there isn't actually a fire, or if there isn't actually a bomb, or there isn't actually a gunman, or whatever, right? That lies the difference. And with these people calling out for actions of violence, like what Hasan's doing, all these dumb TikToker people, all these people getting put on X, like they really need to learn that these things that they're saying can get them arrested. You cannot sit there and say that you would kill somebody because of X, Y, and Z. Okay? You just really can't. Because here's case in point, right? If somebody, like let's say a father kills a pedophile that molested and murdered their child, do you think that the law is going to let that man off? No. That man is going to prison for the murder of a person. Now, granted, would it have been justified for what that person did to that person's child? Yes. But at the same time, that's not what society and all that cares about. It cares about, oh, this person did something bad. But then for some reason, there's certain people, like, oh, said pedophile, get a little bit more leniency for some odd reason, which is another reason why the justice system is kind of fucked.
And septum ring theory. People are going to be losing their jobs on Monday. I don't know, man. Like, they don't really seem to crack down on this at all. So it just keeps happening. Like, the first thing you would do is arrest Hasan. Like, that's the, like, if you cannot simply do that, don't even bother doing anything else.
They need to.
Because, like, he's the most explicit. He spawns these people. He's been doing this for years. These statements would be considered an imprisonable offense in the UK. Not just the UK, like any reasonable, sane country. I'd be very scared to say any of these statements because I'd probably get arrested saying this shit. Every single one of these people should be reported to their employment. And it was time for motivational speeches at the end of Pegasus videos. Remember, guys, for every one Diddy Piker viewer, there are 10 Diddy Piker haters. And that makes me happy. That gives me...
Make sure you go check out Pegasus and give him a like and a follow. Make sure you guys go check out dummy.gg and use my code TacticalGaming90. That was a banger like always. Catch me for my next one, guys. Later.